Ah, there we go. There we go. Am I live? Oh yeah. Yeah. It does seem like I am live. Alright. GFL 1. Ah, man, last stream was horrible, but luckily today my internet is back to normal and I don't need to rely on my cell phone to get the internet signal. Today's stream, the plan is to finish the story today. It shouldn't take long. Also, some things beforehand, right? I did it more or less the same way that I do with Arc Knights, and I completed the combat stages beforehand, so that it doesn't take that long for me to finish the story. Some of these battle stages, though, I will redo on stream because I noticed there's a little bit of story in them. So I gathered that it would be a good idea to have those little story pieces, even though they are small, on stream. Overall, today's stream is going to be longer than normal, but not that long, because I already completed some of the stages. Especially this one. No, not this one. Especially this one. This one took a lot of time to do. And it didn't even have any story on it, so that's going to be one of those which I'm going to skip. Also, one more thing. Last stream, technically I read the truth story only stage, but because the connection was bad and because some unfortunate things happened during the stream, I will have to read this one. So because of that, I didn't know what happens on here, but maybe I will try to pretend this is the first time I'm reading this one in particular. Okay, yeah. Overall, oh, yeah, I did all the battle stage, but I have not done this, obviously, because it's only a story stage. But yeah, understood? Awesome. I have nothing more. I have no more reason to keep stalling then. So, let's get where I last left off. Proof. Oh. Oh, this is a little awkward. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just Alright. Alright, for real this time. Yeah, actually, since I already did this stages on Nightmare difficulty, nah, leave it that for now. Truth. There we go. For real this time. Main River Embankment, White Zone, Frankfurt. Dusk settles over the city. The setting sun pours down like molten gold, staining the clouds in shades of crimson and amber. Yet, Ballard and Lunasia have no mind to admire the beauty before them. They are clutching a dying Maltese, running from place to place in search of a hospital that can save him. Fortunately, this is the same little dog that Ballard once fed. By sheer luck, he survived being run over by a car. Unfortunately, he now teeters on the brink of death. If they cannot find a vet, he will not survive. Sorry, this is a hospital for people. We don't treat animals. Try somewhere else. It's just a cheap dog. Buy another one. We are very busy. Please leave and don't block the other patients. They are rejected by nearly every doctor in the city. No one is willing to treat a dying dog for 2 underage children. Damn it. This is the last clinic on the street. The nearest hospital is 10 kilometers away. But the poor pup won't last that long. Look, he's barely moving. What do we do? What do we do? When people are young, no matter their nature, they still possess a measure of compassion. That is why Ballard fed him in the first place. But the cruel reality is that no one wants to take in the dog. No one wants to answer the siblings' prayers. Bill, help me. What? Ballard turns towards his sister. Her face is flushed from running, her breath ragged. Yet her expression is utterly serious. She seems to be observing something. He's breathing blood bubbles, and there are clear signs of pneumothorax. We need to find a way to let him breathe again. Sister, just the 2 of us? Besides us, who else will save him? Who else can save him? Sister, can we really do this? Even if you assisted doctors before, Trust me, Bill. If you truly can't bring yourself to do it, then leave it all to me. I won't blame you. After all, it is an elder sister's duty to support her baby brothers until he grows up. Her gaze is unwavering, almost inspiring. The moment their eyes meet, Ballard feels courage drive away the chill of fear. Dunasia has the kind of will that can give even a coward the strength to face reality. I will help. But I will buy the equipment and disinfectant. Bill, carry the little one somewhere quiet, where no one will disturb us. Move steadily and calmly. He's very frightened right now. If he struggles, hold him firmly. Don't let him hurt himself, alright? Her instructions are calm and clear. Ballard absorbs every word. Though he hesitates, if sister says so. I also find quite interesting how he used sister with an S capital letter. Letter. That's the pronunciation. Letter. But I guess he does so because he's referring to his sister specifically. But it also could symbolize the William's personality, just as a way to emphasize just how important she is to him in his eyes. I understand. Or it could be just a typo, who knows? Bill, we did it. We actually saved him. It seems I was right. The external trauma caused hemopneumothorax. A tube had to be inserted to drain the blood. At least he can breathe now. This is only a temporary measure. We still have to find a way to get him to a vet. The weight hanging over Ballard's heart finally lifted. He never expected that the 2 of them, still children, could actually save a dying dog. Dunasia takes his hand and presses it against the Maltese's chest. Listen, that's the sound of life beating. Little one is trying very hard, and it's because of you, Bill. He trusts you, because you protected him. That's why, even though he's in pain, he didn't struggle.
That's wonderful.
At that moment, he believes from the bottom of his heart that no matter how great the difficulty, as long as his sister is by his side, every problem will be solved. He turns, wanting to share his joy, but sees the solemn look on her face. Rays from the setting sun slant across her features.
Yo, we saved him. He's our dog now. Should we give him a name? A name? What should we call him?
Ballard has never been good at naming things, oh for sure. Naturally, the task falls to his sister.
Let's call it Bill. Huh? That's my name. Not quite. You'll grow up someday and become Ballard. But this little Bill can remain Bill forever.
Her smile fades slightly, touched by sudden sorrow.
An elder sister's duty is to protect her baby brother and wait for the day he grows up into a man. But as myself, I have a selfish wish I can hardly say aloud. Hope Bill will always be just Bill, not Ballard or Oberstein.
Her hand cups his cheek. Her eyes seem wet, like she's smiling through tears.
If you could stay this small forever, could protect you forever. But if you must have your own life, if you are destined to rise to great heights, then at least let this little Bill stay with me.
Ballard stands there, blankly, unable to speak.
Sister, why would you think that? I will always be your little brother. When I'm with you, I can always just be little Bill. No, it is your mission to change this world, Bill. What?
He cannot quite follow. He watches as her sorrow recedes and she lifts her gaze towards the distance. Oh, here comes the grooming. Here comes the grooming.
Bill, do you remember the question you once asked me? What? Is this world truly right? The grown-ups who refuse to save a life, the battlefields riddled with wounds, a selfish society, and those bastards who subscribe to the law of the jungle and beat you up.
For some reason, whenever she brings up what happened that day, a cold anger seems to gather around her.
It isn't right. Don't you think it's wrong, Bill?
Oh, here comes the grooming. Here comes the grooming.
Don't you want to do something? To change the course of this world so everything moves in the right direction? I
has thought of these things before, but lately, staying by her side, he has grown greedy for her more. Her warmth. Such a difficult word for me to pronounce. Her presence is so comforting that he forgets his own reflections.
I say this because I know you are someone who keeps pondering such questions. Even when you are little, you are different. I've always noticed. This world, so cruel that even a tiny dog cannot escape violence. And there are countless people who are in suffering. That's how you see it. Then let's do it. Whether it's changing the old world or creating a new one, I can do it. As long as As long as I have you, I feel like there's nothing we can't accomplish.
Oh yeah. Lunasia turns in surprise, then chuckles softly at the determination on his face. Oh yeah, there we go, that's the face. He's on full grooming mode right now, planting ideas into his head. God fucking damn it, Lunasia. And she knows exactly what she's doing because, okay, if she are by this moment right now, she already has the capability to glimpse through the possibility. She 100% knows what she's doing at this point.
I have grown so much in just a few days, Bill. But you're right. I feel the same. As long as I have you by my side, I can do anything. New world. That's not so bad. If we walk hand in hand, maybe we really can carve out a brand new world. A place without exploitation or persecution, where everyone can play freely upon green grass. We'll build a true paradise there.
Ballard stares at Lunasia's face. A breeze lifts her hair, revealing her smooth forehead. Sunlight shines upon her features, and in that instant, he sees the goddess of his destiny extending her hand, inviting him towards a new world. He carves every glimmer of that day deep into his mind.
My dear brother, baby brother, Bill. We'll venture into a new world. Life there is beckoning to us. That is the promised land. A vision of bliss, a divine gift, supreme resurrection. A pure paradise for all living beings.
From that moment, a long plan quietly etches an inconspicuous mark upon the axis of time. Years later, Ballard will grow into a man whose name becomes William. All because he is utterly captivated by his sister's pure and earnest face. And it is at that moment when he silently vows that he will carry out her will.
Through me, you pass into the city of woe. Through me, you pass into eternal pain. Through me, among the people lost for aye. Justice, the founder of my fabric move. To hear me was the task of power divine, supremest wisdom, and primeval love. Before me, things create were none, save things eternal, and eternal I endure. We shall be together, in neither heaven nor hell, neither cursed nor redeemed. We did not die, nor yet remained alive. Love led us to one life. Love led us to one death.
It feels as though he has been dreaming a very long dream. In that dream, the two of them promised each other they would venture into a brand new world. After all these years, it is time to fulfill that promise. And he gets cocked. Terminus Laboratory, Stasi Building Underground, Frankfurt. He awakens from a haze confusion. Before him stands an empty operating table. Lunasia is gone.
Sister, did we succeed? Is this our new world? Dragging his heavy body upright, he looks around. She is not with him. Sister? Sister! He calls out twice. Nobody answers. How much time has passed? He cannot remember. His last memory is of a bomb detonating behind him, the shock wave knocking him unconscious. But he clearly recalls that in that instant, he saw his sister's eyes open. William reaches for the pocket watch on his person. When he pulls it from his coat, he finds it has long since stopped ticking. He steps out of the operating room and nudges a corpse on the ground with the tip of his shoe. He can tell it's the torso of a black needle. Beside it lies the severed arm of a tea doll. This pile of trash. What are these doing here? Is this still the old world? Sister, where is she? The building is filled with the wreckage left behind by fierce combat. Ruined walls, shattered debris. None of this belongs in the new world that he and his sister envisioned. Since that day long ago, this is the first time he feels true panic. And I am so glad that he feels that way. Any negative feeling that William feels is already a win for me. Everything that was meant to unfold smoothly, the promised future, the divine revelation, now bears its fangs at him in a single instant. He passes more deactivated T-dolls and kicks aside more Nito body parts. He climbs over collapsed rubble and ascends a cold-filled ladder. Then he emerges into daylight and beholds a desolate Frankfurt white zone. Don't move! No sooner does he steady himself than soldiers surround him on all sides. The crowd parts. That man, Griffin Lyons, walks slowly towards him. You did this? Your question surprises me. Where is she? You know who I mean. At William's question, the gentleman falls silent. Cut. The silence is objectively quite brief, yet for William, it seems to stretch endlessly. He has already left Frankfurt with the commander. That's better not be joking. I wish it were a joke. Get fucking cocked, William. As a politician, Griffin Lyons is an exemplary liar. But he never lies without purpose. What does that mean then? Who left with whom? Until now, he has never spared a glance for some human commander of a PMC. That person's interference has merely been an inevitable obstacle along the course of his plan. In other words, if not them, then some other PMC's commander, or some other nuisance, would have emerged to disrupt the situation. Even now, he does not care about that commander. But
What he cannot accept is Lunasia's decision. Why? Why would Lunasia leave with a mere commander? William clenches his fists. How desperately he wishes for that familiar voice to sound in his ear again, to answer his question. He waits and waits, but nothing happens. He hears nothing. The Earl steps forward and pats him on the shoulder. The URNC welcomes you, Mr. William. Fucking Earl, you're such a fucking snake. Jesus Christ. Water. You know, I find it it's so frustrating. I'm sure I already said that last stream, but it's not. But I cut it out from the VODs because the internet issues. So I'm going to say it again. I find it so frustrating how easily Mr. Griffin over here accepts William into the URNC. Like, it's just he knows 100% everything that Williams has done, and yet he still so eagerly accepts him into the government just because he's such a valuable asset. Sorry, I hit the table. Damn it, man. It's so frustrating. With that, the Earl turns and departs, withdrawing his troops from the Stasi building. Only a small contingent remains behind, assigned to William. He knows the battle for Frankfurt has concluded. He has been accepted by the new URNC. Still, he cannot accept Lunasia's choice. He peers into the horizon. Only heavy gray clouds stretch across the sky. The weather bleak and overcast. William lowers his gaze and follows the man beside him away from the ruins. Oh, impossible. Mr. William, did you say something? Nothing. Nothing at all. William turns and gives the questioning officer a look he will never forget. It can hardly be called a smile. How could sister ever break her promise? She's right here. She hasn't gone anywhere. And now with that, I am caught up. Vacuum tube UX we can skip. And go straight to the goddess reply. Yeah, that's right. Go straight to goddess reply. Vacuum tube, even though it happened in Polarized Light and we find here Elisa, I think was her name, is that it didn't really have any story segments from what I could remember. The only thing it had was... The only noticeable thing that it had was a hidden Paradise units thingy in the left side of the map, and that's it. So we go straight to the goddess reply. Go. A forested area in the white zone of Frankfurt. In the darkness, Ballard runs without stopping. His heartbeats pound like war drums, yet his legs feel as though they are filled with lead. His lungs burn in protest of the strain with every breath. Not to mention the case strapped on his back is square and heavy. Carrying it over long distances He's already testing the limits of his endurance, and now pursuers are closing in behind him. But Ballard doesn't have the mental bandwidth to complain. At this moment, his mind is focused entirely on two things. All he stole the body parts of his sister didn't he? One is to run. Run like his life depends on it. Run with all his might. Run as far as possible. The second is to glance back and gauge the distance of those chasing him. Flashes of light burst repeatedly behind him, several times nearly illuminating his back. The pursuers are like a patient hunter, unconcerned that the prey might escape the encirclement, pressing forwards step by step. Ballard clicks his tongue in irritation, but being powerless to fight back, he can only move his legs to resume his sprint. His strength is still too weak. He is not suited to handling matters personally. But now there is no one he and his sister can trust. He must complete this himself.
Bill, we're out of time. They are catching up. Sister. Run, Bill. Keep running. There's no time left for you to catch your breath.
Her face hangs in the air before him, stern and resolute. Ballard swallowed. Following her gaze, he sees that the beams of tactical flashlights are indeed drawing near. Footprints ahead. Direction confirmed. Move. The lights come closer and closer. In the dimness, he can already make out silhouettes. Just as Ballard grits his teeth and charges forward, he suddenly hears a faint whimper behind him. He stops instinctively at the sound. Glancing back, he sees little Bill, the Maltese. His hind leg is tangled in thorny vine, barbed hooked deep. He cannot move.
Don't be afraid. I'm here.
Suppressing the nausea from his long sprints and forcing down the urge to retch, Ballard pries the small dog free from the vine. The little creature rubs against him in his arms. His strength is nearly gone as well. A toy breed like this cannot match the stamina of a working dog or a hound. Ballard knows that perfectly well.
It's alright. They didn't abandon you. And neither will I. We're family, aren't we, little one?
As if to answer him, the small snow-white dog nuzzles Ballard's cheek. Flash. He has barely had a moment of respite when a blinding beam of light slams into him. Don't move! Stands up! Hands up! Judging by the voices, they are still some distance away. He has no intention of surrendering, just like that. With one arm clutching the dog, the other securing a canister, he bolts forward again. Oh, he got shot. A gunshot shatters the silence of night in the forest. As a steel bullet pierces his body, the last of Ballard's illusions collapses. He has considered everything, yet misjudged to one point. Without experiencing it himself, he could never truly grasp how cold-blooded his father can be. That filthy old man is capable of dissecting his daughter's corpse. Of course he can hunt down his son's life as well. Footsteps draw closer. As Ballard falls to the ground, he feels blood pouring out, his consciousness fading. Won't be able to hear sister's voice anymore. As his eyes close, that is the only thought filling his mind. In the study of the Oberstein's residence, White Zone, Frankfurt. Half an hour earlier. If I heard correctly, Lunasia's brain slices are indispensable. As I understand it, only 1/5 of the slices were stolen. This should not impact localized experiments. I require a reasonable explanation, Laplace. On the other end of the comms line, Laplace remains utterly unfazed. Her expression calm as still water. Your understanding is broadly correct, sir. However, in specific experimental contexts, details matter. The tissue Ballard stole consists of continuous coronal sections of the frontal association cortex to the medial temporal. This region spans the prefrontal cortex to the hippocampal memory and coding circuits, responsible for cognition and thoughts. Without this section, subsequent experiments will be nearly impossible to advance. But my concern does not end. Speak plainly. In addition to the brain slices, Ballard also took an automated device. It's a device that can generate a surgical environment within 10 minutes. Though still in prototype stage, it meets minimum operational requirements. Technology was originally intended for battlefield medics. If nothing had been stolen, how many days would it take for you to complete our plan? 3. Oberstein considers this. A military officer is standing behind him. Your priority is to recover the target. Restrictions lifted. You are authorized to use live ammunition. Yes, sir. And the capture standards for the targets? I've recently discovered that my inconspicuous youngest son possessed talents exceeding my expectations. A son rebelling against his father is quite natural. I myself got into all sorts of trouble at his age. If he survives this, I will gladly cultivate him as my successor. If he doesn't, then it only proves he falls far short of his sister. So, his own fate is up to him. You have 12 hours, no delays. Understood. Jesus Christ. Why is everyone in this family so fucking horrible? Oh my fucking god. Lunasia only got a little bit better because her memory is fused with both dandelions and 41s. Otherwise, she would still be a bitch. In a forest cabin in the wide zone of Frankfurt, sorry, she is a bitch, but she would be 100% a psychotic bitch. It is like waking from a boundless nightmare. Sister! Ballard joys awake, but not to a hospital ceiling or the concrete cage of captivity. Instead, he finds himself inside a wooden cabin, lying before a warm campfire. The Maltese notices first. He hears the patter of paws on the floor. Then the Maltese leaps onto him, licking his face with a damp tongue.
Little Bill. Wait, I'm not dead? What happened?
Cotton Ball, head down. Your master just woke up. Don't make trouble. Following the voice, Ballard looks up. The instant his eyes meet the owner of that bright chime-like voice, his heart nearly stops.
Sister.
He reaches out, desperate to confirm whether what he sees is real. The urgency overwhelms him so completely that he loses his balance. Huh? Oh, this is Anito, isn't he? Isn't it? The girl, his sister, startles and instinctively steps back. With nothing left to grasp, Ballard falls to the floor. Half an hour later, after repeatedly scrutinizing her, he must accept this small genetic joke. The girl before him is named Nita. At first glance, she resembles his sister, but in truth, she is an entirely different person. Oh, is this?
That wasn't very appropriate. I'm sorry.
Once he has figured out the situation, Ballard surveys the room. Everything he had with him is still there. The automated surgical environment case is still unopened beside the bed. The brand slice container rests atop it.
Don't sweat it. You were shot in the shoulder, and you hit your head when you fell. I don't blame you for mistaking me for someone else.
Nita's voice pulls him from his thought.
So, you saved me?
She brings him a bowl of hot soup. When he reaches for it, the gunshot wound in his shoulder makes him wet. Only now does he realize both his head and shoulder have been carefully bandaged.
You're badly hurt, so I brought you back. When I found you, that little cotton ball was guarding you and wouldn't let me move you.
Nita lifts Little Bill. Somehow, they have already grown close.
You have my sincere gratitude, but I'm curious. How did you evade the pursuers? My family has hunted in this forest for generations. I know this place like the back of my hand.
Suspicious. Way too suspicious, I don't trust it.
As for those men, I led them in circles until they lost the trail. The Asian levels here are not low. From what I know, most hunters have relocated. Seems that way. But I'm not very sensitive to radiation, so I've stayed.
And how did you carry me back?
Don't underestimate me just because I am a girl. I'm quite strong.
She's an Ito. She's an Ito, 100%.
A small boy like you is nothing. I could carry a wild boar home if I had to. Did it not occur to you that I might be a criminal? What kind of criminal could a kid like you be? And even if you were bad, could you beat me? The moment I saw you, I knew you were exhausted. You're so young, yet your brows are already tightly furrowed. Even unconscious, your body was tense. Look at those dark circles. From your clothes and speech, you're not poor. Why live so miserably? Just a little brat, should be in school. Bill, look over there.
Following Lunasia's voice, he notices a television playing in the room. Special police units armed with live ammunition are conducting a search for a smuggling ring in the forested area of Frankfurt's White Zone. Citizens with information are urged to contact the following number. On the screen, military helicopters sweep over the forest, poised as if hunting a dangerous syndicate.
Goodness, how frightening. Could those have been the people chasing you? You know our father, arrogance, sternborn to the extreme. In his eyes, you cannot escape his grasp. This is his way of telling you so. Perhaps.
Ballard mutters with narrowed eyes, though it is unclear to whom he replies. He lowers his head in contemplation. Later that night, in the forest cabin, Nita keeps watch, needing to pass the time. Little Bill is sleeping curled up beside her.
You will not let us go, Bill. You'll be discovered sooner or later if you stay here. He doesn't mind being challenged. Bite a piece from him, and he may even praise you. But if you do nothing, he won't care whether you live or die.
Lunasia's voice murmurs in his ear.
Bill, you know it. The only way to save us.
Her hand points to the container of brain slices in his arms, then to the campfire.
She resembles you, sister. I mean, she's a suitable candidate.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I see.
You and I both know what Oberstein needs. As long as you prove you have the capability, prove you have value worth exploiting, only then will you live. As you are now, you cannot topple him. Use his arrogance, devour him, piece by piece. Avenge me. Oberstein's people will come sooner or later. When they do, neither you nor I will be spared. Will you watch them kill me a second time?
Ah, here comes the grooming. Here comes the grooming.
No.
Behind him, the fire crackles. Flames consume what little reason he has left. His hand reaches for the black case by the bed. His finger presses the button. Intricate mechanical sounds begin to hum within the case. And with that, the last fragment of consciousness within Ballard disappears.
My mother has killed me. My father is eating me. My brothers and sisters sit under the table, picking up my bones. They bury them under the cold marble stones.
In a forest cabin in the White Zone of Frankfurt. Ballard von Oberstein, you are... Huh? What in the name of God? Alright, right on time. Ballard turns around, facing the two soldiers whose faces are deathly pale, who have been forgotten to raise their guns. Welcome, welcome. Ah, Father. Are you watching the live feeds, aren't you? My apologies. I may have spoiled your appetites for dinner. Even the well-trained soldiers cannot suppress their terror at the horrific scene before them. In the walls, across the floor, along the corridors and passageways. Blood and severed limbs cover everything like paint flung wildly across a coarse canvas. And in the midst of this hellish tableau, the boy stands there with an innocent smile. It's practically the devil incarnate. Blood stains his wan smile, soaking into the hair of his forehead, giving him an eerie appearance. Don't move! Ballard, you're under arrest! Only belatedly do the soldiers snap back to their senses. Facing the dark muzzles pointed at him, Ballard's lips remain curled in that pale smile as he slowly raises his hands. There is not the slightest trace of panic in him. From the shadows of the room, another shadowy figure drags itself forward. The being looks almost human. You... don't move! Stand... hands up! Hostile threats confirmed. Oh, the first Nito that he ever made possible. The soldier swings his gun towards him. Before entering the building, they had already received the briefing. Beside the target, there is also a local hunter in sight. Though the sight before them has unsettled them for a moment, intelligence report and the weapons in their hands do not lie. So, when he turns his gun and suddenly takes iron in his throat, he looks down to see a hole pierce clean through his chest, without understanding what has happened. Next second, his neck is severed in a clean stroke. Blood erupts. Within a single breath, the soldier collapses. A dog that bites without permission is worthless. With narrowed eyes, Ballard gives a slight nod and snaps his fingers lightly. At the crisp sound, the monster halts all movement instantly. You like this gift, Father? The officer leading the squad does not lower his gun, but Ballard calmly watches his face twist with rage. You certain? I understand. He glances at Ballard, then at the being standing before him. A moment later, Ballard sees Oberstein's face appear through the comms feed. Oh, so he really was watching it. What is this? I call her a Nito.
As you can see, they are absolutely reliable tools.
Though your teacher dismisses it with disdain, I will acknowledge it. But I still require a concrete answer. What can it bring me?
Everything you desire.
That's not my fucking name, online residents, and also welcome to the stream.
I only wish to prove that I can make better use of my sister's legacy. Rather than allowing fools and trash to profane it, I will handle it personally. As you see, even under such circumstances, I can complete a prototype. If you are willing to grant me an opportunity, insufficient resources.
Your Wi-Fi is better than yesterday? Yes, because I'm not using my cell phone anymore. I'm using my usual Wi-Fi connection. It gets back to work just a few hours after I stopped streaming yesterday. That's it. Shut up. Very interesting, Ballard. Are you implying that your teacher lacks such ability?
I do not doubt Professor Laplace's capability in the slightest. But I am your son, Father. Only I will truly act in your interests.
Oh, you gave away. Yep, I threw out of the window and it catch fire and exploded. Next question. Bring your prototype and the slices back. We'll discuss the matter in detail in a more appropriate setting.
As you command, Father.
Do not forget to clean up, Ballard. You're no longer a child. The call ends. Ballard looks at the Nito before him and nods.
You heard him. Clean it up.
The Nito nods impassively. The next second, her figure vanishes from where she stands. What? The colonel closest to Ballard loses his head first. Ballard takes the communicator from his hands. He then walks into the bedroom and closes the door, shutting out the gunfire in the living room, and the one-sided slaughter unfolding. When did this giveaway happen? Never. Is Ballard a good guy or a bad guy? He's the devil himself, and I hope he dies, choking on his own blood. Next question.
What is it, Bill?
Nothing. Just remembering some old memories. Over the course of his long and meticulous plans, he has used many prototypes. Few have ever managed to hold Whedon's patience, but immune subject 10876 is one of them. Like that experimental subject from years ago, she bears many similarities to his sister.
How is the situation in Bonesdorf?
Is William Ballard? Yes, he is Ballard.
Father, everything has been carried out according to your instructions. Today's log has been sent to you for review.
And he is a horrible person. A sitcom, even.
As per the plan, please allow a little more time. Subject 10876 has not yet matured.
That's fine. William takes the log from the Nito and carefully reviews the data. He was doomed the day he got that name. He's literally Willy Ball, shut up. Once he confirms that today's figures show no anomalies, he retrieves a classified dataset and compares the two sets line by line. Unity metrics, psychological data, mental states. Even amongst trash, she is the finest specimen. At this moment, he is comparing 10876 data to the original body's data. Watching their nearly overlapping lines on the graph, even someone as exacting as William must admit there is nothing more he can fault in 10876. Am I wrong though? Don't worry, kid. That's not my fucking name! Perhaps that's why he tolerates many of the things she does. He is happy to overlook the behaviors that seem utterly meaningless to him. Such treatment is not something trash deserves. Superior data alone would not move you to this extent. Still, there must be another reason. I can tell. You're right. His sister's voice echoes by his ear again, sweet enough to intoxicate him. No matter how excellent the data, it is still merely quality trash. Krampus, yes, that's my name. Still, trash at the end of the day. But William pauses. His eyes drift to a corner of the room, where only he can see Lunasia's figure. He reaches out, but is unable to touch her. His fingers rest upon her hair, though it is without substance. Even so, the sight is fresh beyond measure. Perhaps because she resembles you in some ways, my dear sister Lunasia. Part of the plan, this trash has its value. Yeah, that face looks like a kidnapper. Yup, I kidnapped a woman. Subject 10876 will bring you back to my side. Give me a little more time. Your baby brother has grown into a man. He now possesses the strength to protect his sister. Lunasia's figure flickers, then moves beside William, offering him a warm embrace. He breathes in her scent in rapture and shudders in pleasure. A moment later, her image fades away, disappearing as before. Only then does William open his eyes and see the Nito trembling violently. What did you see? Nothing at all. Father. As it should be. Trash is trash because they don't see the bigger picture. He snaps his fingers. At the sound, the white Nito collapses, her life extinguished. Unconcerned with the fate of trash, William activates the bee sting system and connects to real-time surveillance. On the screen is Bonesdorf. My lady, take a picture with me. My lady, please, autograph my body. Anywhere will do. There's too many people. Please, let me go. Oh, Machiavellian. Revolting. He intended to check on subject 10876 status today, only to be met by this vulgar spectacle. William's eyelids twitch as he shuts off the feeds in irritation. Vulgar. Stupid, deficient brutes. A pack of fools who happened to catch a oh my god, I cannot pronounce this. Favorable winds. After grasping power, has their life's purpose been reduced to hauling breeding instincts? A herd of pigs with degenerate cortices. Look who's talking, William. Look who was about to come just by thinking about his sister right now, William. He opens a recording from yesterday. At the center of the image, subject 10876 is quietly diagnosing a patient. Then she traces a mysterious sigil over a refugee's wound. After completing the ritual, she slowly rises.
What am I doing here?
This guy over here, officer, shut up.
You're fine. You just need to rest for a while.
The dazed refugee sits up groggily, and the saint in white prepares to leave.
It's the saint! It's the saint! Praise be to God! Blessed be the mercy of God, for the Holy Maiden walks among us.
To show mirth without discernment is to breed vermin. Subject 10876. Is the power I granted you to be squandered on trash? But do you truly believe trash can stand equal to humans? If you love trash so much, die with them. After pausing the footage, William rubs his brow. Undeniably, subject 10876 closely resembles his sister, even in temperament. He recalls her words.
Dear baby brother Bill, we will venture into a new world. Life there is beckoning to us. That is the promised land. A vision of bliss. A divine gift. Supreme resurrection. A pure paradise for all living beings.
Willie needs to be deleted, he definitely needs. But it's just so frustrating that he never does. Somehow this guy always survives every assassination attempt that either the D5 or the 404 or M16 or even the commander tries to throw at him.
No. Sister, not everyone deserves a ticket to paradise. We were foolish as children, foolish enough to believe every person was worth saving. We forgot that some trash and waste belong in the dark gutters where they should die.
He glances again at subject 10876 and the refugees surrounding her on the screen. Nausea rising in him. Plot armor on the villain. You have no idea. The URNC, the fucking government, see this guy, know everything that he has done and accept him. Accepts to protect him because the knowledge that he possesses, it's such a valuable asset. It's so frustrating. It's
Paradise is meant only for the two of us.
At that moment, the laboratory door opens automatically. He hears slow, heavy footsteps.
Little Bill, is it you? It is you.
From around the corner, a elderly white Maltese limps towards him, whining softly. It is the very dog that he and his sister rescued 15 years ago. What do you expect from the government, honestly? I don't even know. Time has dulled the luster of his fur. One of his small, once strong hind legs has completely atrophied. William lifts the dog and gazes at it with affection.
Oh, sweet pupper, look at you. You're too old to reunite with the real Lunasia.
As if proving him right, the Maltese in his arms, a dog that shares his name, grows weaker. His breathing grows more ragged. Soon, its heart falters. He can no longer inhale, only exhale.
Don't blame you, my dear. 15 years is the limit of a small dog's lifespan. You have done your best.
William turns towards the bee sting monitor. Watching Subject 10876 baptize refugees, he smiles meaningfully.
Subject 10876. Allow me to teach you who is permitted to enter the new world, and who is more deserving. You will not die. As a creation once graced by sister, you will receive a ticket to the new world. You should be grateful. You are already more fortunate than most of this world.
The Maltese finally breathes its last, but William does not seem to care. He carefully shaves his fur, lays him neatly upon the operating table, and straps him down. Besides it rests another surgical bed, upon which lies the already dead white needle.
Good thing I did not go too far just now. Only brain dead. A cardiopulmonary death has occurred. It would have been troublesome. If a cardiopulmonary death had occurred, it would have been troublesome.
Exactly. He selects a surgical tools with care, a number 7 handle, and a number 10 blade. Soon the blade becomes an extension of his fingers, reaching towards two hearts with vastly different fates.
Sweet pupper, consider it fortunate that I am personally performing this operation. You are granted such honor. After the surgery, you will be given new life and a long lifespan.
He's going to put the dog's brain to the Nito's body.
Long enough to wait your true master's return.
The Maltese heart is removed first. William cradles it, kissing its surface in rapture, inhaling its scent deeply. His nostrils twitch, but what fills them is not the metallic scent of blood. It is the fragrance of jasmine. Oh, his sister's sweet scent.
Do not be afraid, little one. My duty is to bring back the master you long to see. Before that,
You must awaken first. Soon, the Maltese whine echoes once more in the operating room. That sound. 15 years ago, when Sister cut open your trachea, you made the same beautiful sound. Not enough, my dear. You deserve it. William cuts sutures in intoxicated rhythm, as though surgery has ceased to be precise medicine and become instead a waltz of life dancing between fingers and blades. He pays no heed to the dog convulsing in agony on the table. William is utterly immersed in his art, unable to extricate himself. The operation is over, but the Maltese will take some time to awaken. Having scrubbed his hands, William stands before the bed, gazing at his creation. His eyes bore into the dog and beyond. My dear sister, I can finally fulfill my duty. Next, it will be you. Just as he murmurs to himself, a sharp, urgent alert shatters the rare silence. William frowns and immediately accesses the information. Before entering the new world, we need to purge the old one first. He leaves the laboratory, expressionless. On the unattended screen is a message. "5 minutes ago, an armed unit of T-Dolls invaded Bonesdorf, led by a human commander. This individual took subject 10876 over. The intelligence transmitted by Anito includes a blurred image. It is too indistinct, and not every past merits registry in his memory. Yet, after a moment, he recognizes this particular. Just as subject 10876 is unique among trash, this gripping commander stands out among pests as the one who has caused him the most trouble. Fucking cunt, though. It's fucking William. Okay, if I remember correctly, this one has a little story to it. So this is going to be one of the two battle stages that I'm going to redo during the stream. Oh yeah, this one. Alright. Okay, if I remember correctly, to do the stage, I move here. Then here, and... Man, McKillian. McKillian is a character that left such an impression in the command. If I remember correctly, even in a few instances of GFL2, the commander still remembered her. Oh man. You think so? I wonder what exactly happened to the dog. Looks like a protozoa. Protozoa isn't always. Wait, no. Protozoa is a cellular thing, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Single cells. Oh, yeah. Microorganisms. Organic debris. You think it looks like that? Well, I guess so, maybe. Oh, let me deactivate this thing. There we go. We go here. And then we rescue Maquilium. There we go. And then the Paradise units are going to appear on the here, over here. Of course. And I can see all the other ones because it's a knight's battle. Of course. End turn. I remember drawing its stupid diagram 100 times in third grades, I think. Oh, you had to draw a diagram of this thing? Man, that sucks. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I pick you guys. I go here, activate this buff. Move here. Move here. Switch. Attack this guy. Okay, this fight shouldn't be too much trouble. Hopefully. Yeah, it's fine. No, never mind. It's not fine. It's not fine at all. Shit. Please. No. Ah, god damn it, one of them died. Okay, never mind. That should bring a different echelon to this. The handgun E-dolls are too squishy. Maybe the DeFi team over here. And turn. Hopefully they are not going to take too much damage from the Goliaths. I think that's what the mechs are called. Due to them not having the Dandelion buff right now. Okay. Here. Switch with Ro, because she's way more tanky. Oh yeah. She's way more tanky, but that doesn't mean she's not going to take considerable damage from these guys over here. Okay. Go down. Go back a little bit. Come on. Okay, yeah. This is doing already way better than before. There we go. That's the echelon I should be using. Alright. So with them, I'm going to just keep pushing through. And I'm so sorry, Echelonate, but you guys will have to stand your ground over there. At least for now, because I need the action point. I swear there was a little story here. Guess I only get it the first time I clear a stage. Still, that kind of sucks. That's, oh well, it's alright, it's fine. Shit. Go back. Throw. This guy's hurt. There we go. Move up. Okay, this time let's not forget to give the buff to Echelon too. There. Actually, I think I'm going to make Echelon 8. back a little bit. There we go. And capture those teleports so I can get some more action points. So I can finish this stage more quickly. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. This is pretty bad. This is not good. Oh yeah, this is awful. This is awful. Yikes, I hope there's no more enemies. Oh no, there are. There's definitely more enemies over there. Maybe I can do it. And it is also another one of those. Shit. Okay, what else do you do again? Debuff the enemy by removing their force fields 2 seconds after entering. Waiting increase the accuracy and moves. Only one can be debuffed per turn. Okay. Debuff those guys. Buff my Echelon over here. There we go. This is a little bit better. But Road definitely is not going to survive this. Yep. Thought so. That's what I thought. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, alright. You know what? Not that bad. It was bad, but not that bad. And I think the way should be free now. Yeah, it is. Well, that was a massive waste of time. I was expecting the story to play again there. Is it really not going to? Man. Oh well. Acolyte. Go. In a backstage waiting room in an auditorium, Frankfurt. William sits behind the curtain, quietly waiting for the investiture ceremony to begin with. Skill issue is not a skill issue. It's not my fault that the game decides to not replay the story after I clear the stage. If anything, it's Mika's fault. The devs team fault. Oh, this is during mirror stage, isn't it? When William got captured and interrogated. It is arranged by that pretentious Earl. Although he has already been accepted by those old geezers as a member of the URNC, and this makes me so fucking frustrated. Formalism has endured throughout human civilization for a reason. It serves a purpose. So William understands why he must waste time sitting here. Only through this ritual does he become, in the truest sense, one of them. Yet in William's eyes, the true recipients of this decoration ceremony are the organizers themselves. It feels more like the trophy displayed upon the podium. Thus, this investiture, which is not part of his original plans, inevitably makes him restless. In his design, such trivialities have no place. At the very least, he should not need to appear in person. He has as many doubles as he wishes. Still, there is no need to slight the Earl over something so minor. A knock sounds at the door. William knows the ceremony is about to. He rises and adjusts his appearance before the mirror, and follows the staff to the rear of the stage for the final preparations. No, this is not when he got captured. Now please welcome our comrades from the Union of Rosastrism Nations Coalition, Lord Ballard von Oberstein, to the stage for his investiture. As the host concludes the introduction, William walks forward slowly. Countless camera flashes erupt against his face. Thunderous applause rolls from the audience below. He looks out at the fervent crowd and recognizes the expressions on their faces. Once upon a time, their obsequious, fawning devotion belongs only to Rudolf von Oberstein of the German Democratic Republic. Now, Oberstein is nothing more than roadside grass, ignored and trampled upon, while he not only unifies the inner and outer identity of the name William, but also stands as the most distinguished heir of the Oberstein family's glory. The honor that once belonged to his biological father has wisely transferred itself to him, as it should. Only today does he truly feel what it means to seek revenge on Rudolf. Not merely biological eradication, but total social replacement. Complete revenge. Not to mention, he has already pursued every last vestige of his father's influence. Vestige? Vestige? I think vestige is the correct pronunciation. Another flashback. Once more, he pushes open the pitch-black door. Facing the rows of kneeling figures, he again recalls the sight from 15 years ago, the moment after endless darkness when he first saw his sister dismembered. After walking out of that warehouse, he resolved to take revenge on Oberstein. For that purpose, he has endured for years in silence. When Moridol dissected him in the same manner, William smiled in satisfaction. Then, he gave the Nito one last order. Every individual who has directly served Oberstein over the last 20 years is to be brought to this warehouse, including their immediate family members. Oh, is this how his mother dies?
Dear little brother, you have finally done it. I'm truly happy for you.
His sister's voice drifts down, lingering beside his ear. This voice, I still keep wondering, is this actually a Lunasia projection? A projection of Lunasia's consciousness in the... what should I say? In the superior plane? Let's put it like that. Or is just William hallucinating? No, actually it might be William hallucinating, because he started hearing his sister's voice during when he first saw her body dismembered, right? Yeah, it might be just a delusion of him. It might not actually be the actual will of his sister.
Sister, go Do everything you wish to do. Will always stay with you. It's alright.
Lunasia's voice gradually fades. William lifts his head to extract himself from the tide of emotion. Really, Billy needs to take his meds. He needs to take a bullet to the mouth. Even more than me or Kid. That's not my name. He walks to a man and gives a tentative kick. Benito understands immediately and removes the blindfolds tied around the man's head.
Young master, have mercy. I never spoke a single word to Lord Oberstein.
A blatant lie.
Big man, do you know what my greatest strength is? Mercy and kindness.
William laughs aloud.
It is my excellent memory.
The bodyguard's face turns ashen. He trembles on his knees.
Recognize your face. I remember every word you ever said. You are the captain who held me down and threw me into that room 15 years ago.
He raises his head and points towards a woman in a white lab coat several rows back.
Third row behind you, the right. Her name is Karen. She gave the order to dissect Lucy. Later, when Oberstein placed me in confinement, I memorized the roster of every staff member at the research institute. Your faces, your duties, can recite them all. Young master, spare us. We are only following Lord Oberstein's orders. We had no choice.
Begging for mercy, him.
I suppose you are not at fault. As you said, you were merely following orders. You never formed the will to oppose me. In other words, you are innocent.
The researcher who spoke moments ago brightens at his words.
And we are spared? Will let us go? My wife and child... Sir, I have not finished speaking.
William raises his hand, displaying his fingernails.
You know what a fingernail leaves behind when it scratches skin?
He drags a nail across his right hand. There is no visible change in his skin.
The answer is nothing. On the microscopic level. But on the microscopic level, whenever two objects make contact, no matter how slight, a minute scratch remains. Someone in the crowd senses danger and tries to speak, only to have their throats seized by the needle the next instant. You never directly defied my will, just like that tiny scratch. Your actions truly took place. Not only do I possess an excellent memory, my eyes are crystal clear.
His words flood the warehouse with despair. The captives shout, weep, and scream.
I will let your families rot in this warehouse for generations, until the particles composing your bodies endure endless half-lives and meet the universe's heat death. Regrettably, you have not obtained a ticket to the new world. Instead, you will serve a life sentence in the old one.
With that, William leaves the warehouse. Benito shuts the door behind him.
In the office of the Research Institute, he opens a box. Inside sits a potted plant. Yet, instead of green leaves, it grows raw, blood-soaked flesh. Oh no.
As its crown rests the shattered but unmistakable human head of Oberstein. Of course. You, Oberstein. Death would be mercy for you. Not to worry. Being torn apart is nothing. I will stitch you back together flawlessly. I will not spare a single neuron. To ensure you are put to full use, the same way you treated sister. But first, I must perform surgery on her. As for you, your immediate duty is to look pretty as a potted plant. Of course. Recalling Oberstein's face again fills William with clarity and exhilaration. He smiles and waves to the audience below, responding to their fervent gaze. He knows this is necessary to secure his place in the new world. At this moment, he indeed possesses enough composure to smile at this rabble. Representatives from various sectors then come forward to shake his hand. William stands waiting. Though his composure does not extend to genuine comforts in touching this filth, it is part of the ritual. He has no choice. Congratulations, Lord Oberstein. We look forward to future cooperation. Likewise. One handshake follows another. William grows impatient, but he lowers his head and subtly readjusts his expression. Then, from within the noisy, chaotic mass of mediocrity, a sharp, piercing gaze strikes him. He's not a battle-hardened soldier, but his instincts remain keen. His practiced smile freezes. His eyes cut through the crowd and meet those hidden beneath the hood. Her again. You never learned, you filthy idiot. What? I returned from the borderlands to deliver your death. Till you reach your hands, I will not close my eye. Unauthorized DDoS detected. The target is armed. Protect the VIP. Repeat, protect the VIP. Oh, M16! Beluga! Time to pay your dues. William. Oh, let's go. I'm gonna redo the stage just because I want to run over William again. Ah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, run over these guys. Come on. Come on. Come on, Beak. Let's go. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, William. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Ready to get your arm broke again? Are you ready to get your lifelong T-doll trauma? Beluga, like the meme cats YouTuber? Yup. Just like that one. I don't know exactly what's the name behind. What's the meaning behind the name? Hold on. I'm sure Beluga has a special meaning. There's Beluga whale, but... How does Beluga action? Word Belugas come from the word yellow, which means white in Russian. Belugas are actually born dark gray. Okay, he's talking about the whale. Yeah, so Beluga means white, essentially. Apparently so. If I do this, hold on, and then I assemble. There we go. And then we move on. I'm gonna get you, William. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. She's a whale. You have no idea what she is. You have no idea who M16 is. I wonder if we are ever going to see M16, aka Beluga, on GFL2 ever again. I mean, technically no. She is supposed to still be alive, so it's not completely out of question. Man, but if she ever becomes playable or appears in GFL2 again, I just know that the communities go crazy. She is a fan favorite after all. This stage is very straightforward. Essentially, all I need to do right now is just sit back and just see them clean up the waves of enemies. Bum, 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 bum. And then let's go straight for William. Yes, I'm going to go right against the tank, but it shouldn't be a problem. See, they can't do anything. It doesn't even hit them. Just sit down here and wait and wait. Gonna get you, William. Gonna get you again. You have to run for your life once more. Come on, come on, come on. I'm getting there. Almost there. Almost there. Please be patient. Please be patient. Run over me. I find it so funny that during this confrontation, according to the files in Reverse Collapse, during this confrontation, William was supposed to have his arm broken, and because of that, he developed a trauma of T-dolls, which I find it so funny and so gratifying. Oh, there we go! Look at him run! Look at him run! Come on, kill the soldiers! Kill the soldiers! Look at him running! Look at him go! Look at him go! I'm gonna get you, William. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You better run, William. Run faster. Run faster, William. Beluga and Bick are going to get ya. Oh, her animation skill. She's gonna get ya, William. Run faster, William. Run faster. Get run over, William. Fuck you. It's such a shame though that he's going to escape that with just one arm broken. Fucking damn it. And then we go to King versus King. How many more are still? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 more. See another side of Kirush. There's always something new to learn about me. King versus King. Look at your arm, William. Fuck you. Ah, man. So glad. Just so glad. At least something. At least something. We managed to get this guy in some way. His severed arm still throbs with pain at the stump. Commander. He does not hate the doll who took his arm. In fact, a mere doll is not even worth his hatred. Things are not supposed to turn out like this. It is not just a single arm. He is not supposed to be here at all. He should not be here. To hell with the Earl. To hell with the URNC. To hell with that damned investiture ceremony. None of these nuisances have any place in his life. He is meant to become the Adam of the new world. Another flashback. Man, this really is William's event, isn't it? 3 days earlier. Mr. William, the Earl has left a message for you. He has only just collected himself after the emergency treatment of his severed limb when the Earl's letter arrives. He can already guess its contents, yet he still takes it at the agent's urging. With difficulty, he tears it open using one hand. At that moment, he suddenly realizes he will have to live with only one hand for the rest of his life. Clearly, this too was never part of his design. Fuck you, William. He unfolds the letter with effort. It is handwritten by the Earl himself, weighty despite its brevity. Venice has been recovered. Earl. Oh, they got Lunasia back. William's thumb creases the fine paper as he narrows his eyes at the short line written across its expensive surface. Having read the message, he looks up at the Stasi agent. Has the assassin been captured? The latest intelligence indicates that M16, under coordinated pursuit, climbed to the rooftop of the auditorium and leaped from a height of over 300 meters while surrounded. According to analysts, even a doll could not survive such a fall. Oh, she's not a normal doll though. Stasi operatives are conducting a full sweep. There should be news soon. So, it's Kate. Impossible. Our calculations. Did the Earl send you here to argue with me? I've dealt with these vermin for years. Do I need a lecture on the combat capabilities of Griffin dolls from you? William raises a brow and fixes the agent with a direct stare. The man swallows under that gaze. The Earl has also tasked me to return with your verbal response. William closes his eyes and thinks. The Earl's intentions are not difficult to grasp. If anything, it would have been more unusual if he had not done. But after such a long and bitter conflict, suddenly speaking of reconciling him with the commander, William cannot help but feel repulsed by the idea. Vermin are vermin, no matter how strong. How could he ever stand alongside them? Over the years, the commander has ruined far too many of his plans. Oh, don't worry, William. The commander is not willing to reconcile with you either. Even Lunasia. At the thought, Lunasia's voice echoes faintly in his ears. When he opens his eyes, she stands before him, smiling gently. Then she nods. The vision fades again. His sister's meaning is clear. Hell, the Earl will abide by his arrangements. I am willing to take every effort towards reconciliation, should the Earl require it. He does not look at the agents as he speaks, instead gazing towards a corner of the fireplace, the place where Lunasia vanished. His tone is cold, stripped of all emotion. His remaining hand crushes the letter until it's wrinkled and nearly torn apart. The agent does not notice any of that. With one final nod, he bows and departs. A sharp tone from the communicator pulls William back to the present. He tilts his head towards it. The gloom on his face is swiftly replaced by a smile. The call connects. This is Ballard von Oberstein. I am proceeding to the meeting point as arranged. I must say, for someone of your stature, attend to such a trivial matter personally, you must be having quite some downtime with your UR&C duties. Or does that person really mean that much to you? The meeting with the commander is indeed important. But I require your progress report on the research and on the acquisition of Miss Martha Maitner's legacy. Production lines are recovering well. The losses of the lake and the towers will not be repaired in a year or two. But the projects you requested can be brought back on track within a few months. As for the remnants of Paradios, I had not anticipated the need to reclaim them, so it is somewhat troublesome. I expect you to accelerate the process. Continue to honor your promise, Mr. Ballard. Our arrangement may proceed smoothly, or be terminated at any time. Fuck you, Earl. Really? You're going to associate yourself with William? Just so you can be the lead, the nation, the URNC coalition can be the lead in the relic research? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Earl. Thank God, though, the commander doesn't go... God, the commander doesn't agree with your method and fucking hates you. Understood. I think even Javier have second thoughts about your methods. Click. The call ends. The moment the connection severs, his expression darkens again. Damn it. It should not be like this. He has never prepared to gather the remnants of Paradios, never imagined he would still be entangled in these mundane affairs. Willie doesn't seem so upset losing an arm, or he's angry. He may not show it like it right now, since some time has passed since he lost his arm. But he is very angry at this moment. All because of that past. That damned. It's all... See? He's angry. This is all your fault, Commander. Fuck you, William. Fuck you. In a luxury hotel suite, wide zone, Frankfurt. When William enters, he sees the commander standing before the window, back to the door, gazing out at Frankfurt's skyline. Oh, this is the moment. Oh, this is the moment. Jesus. They are seeing each other. Maybe for the first time, if I remember correctly, face to face. The lavish interior comes into view, but the windows and doors are sealed shut. A feature that seems utterly at odds with the elegance of the decor. Rather than a luxury hotel in the wide zone beyond ordinary dreams, it resembles an exquisite cage, one that imprisons the commander like a captive bird. Is Willie gonna D13? I hope. Now that William thinks about it, this is their first face-to-face meeting. Yeah. Whether he admits it or not, their conflict has lasted a long time. The commander has grown from an insignificant figure unworthy of notice into a thorn in his side. How similar to his own. If Oberstein had not underestimated him so completely, would he have come this far? And yet, he's made the same mistake. That same filthy blood flows within him, after all. Good evening, Commander. A pleasure to meet you at last. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ballard von Oberstein. You may also call me William. He truly values you, doesn't he? Even though you no longer hold any practical value, he still grants you patience and the finest accommodations. Not only Frankfurt, but half the world awaits his salvation. Yet he ensures you reside in the best hotel. William takes a bottle from the rack. A 1928 Glenlivet. A century-old vintage, far beyond what this hotel could ever supply. It is from the Earl's personal collection. He placed it here for you, but you have not even glanced at it. He pours 2 glasses. The rich aroma fills the room instantly. With a faint, ambiguous smile, he swirls his glass and nudges the other towards the commander. Fine liquor steals the heart. It also makes one more inclined to speak the truth. I don't take drinks poured by others, especially not by you. Let's go, Commander. Let's go. The commander turns and studies the young man sitting at the table. Then they walk over, pull out a chair, and sit across from him. Caution is a virtue. But in a room without surveillance, without eavesdropping, and with your enemy sitting right before you, such caution seems excessive, don't you think? Or are you afraid that I have poisoned the scotch? Between us, I doubt we have to resort to such cliché method. William produces a small box from his coat and sets it on the table. He opens it and turns it towards the commander. A medal lies inside. Big fucking shit. Take it. Congratulations. Parasites beneath my radiance though you are, you have finally earned a fragment of honor for yourself. The commander peers at the gleaming metal, then lowers their heads and lets out a soft, relieved chuckle. I once thought I was unworthy of this medal. Now that I've met you, I believe the medal is unworthy of me. You think you're the one moving to pieces? In truth, you are not the king, nor the rook, but merely a paw pushed to the front on the Earl's board. Learn to stop while you're ahead, commander. Know what you may take, and what you should never even touch. He's talking about Lunasia, doesn't he? Because the commander first took the Lunasia win, and then Lunasia ran away, kind of with the commander. He has to be talking about Lunasia right now. You sound as though you believe you are any different. The faint mockery in the commander's smile praised William's already fragile. I am a piece of on the Earl's board, so are you. He wishes for us to make peace so that we may remain obedient within the squares he has drawn. The commander lifts the glass William has poured. The bright liquor sways within, reflecting in their eyes. Neither of us wishes to be an obedience piece, so we discard him and set up a new board. That's your aim, then? I heard your return was rather pitiful. Stripped of all support, like a bird with broken wing. I am curious, what sustains you? What makes you believe you can fly back into this cage you destroyed? For your hatreds? For this arm? William grips the sleeve where his other arm once was. Frankly, the price is too small. So small it makes your hatred seem cheap. An arm is indeed cheap. But we both know you have lost far more. You're only sitting here talking to me because what you truly care about, what you truly want to know is something else. No? I don't know what you mean, Commander. No. Oh, you do. You do. You wanna know what you wanna know where the sister you cream yourself so much about is. Such insinuations are neither wise nor polite. I have seen her. The commander's soft and nonchalant words make the very air in the room freeze over. William's expression does not change, but the knuckles around his glass whiten. This feels like such an NTR scenario, I'm not gonna lie. It's late here, I'm gonna head to bed now. Bye bye, sleep well, online residents. Get cocked, William. Get cocked. Her. That's rather vague. We both know many hers. The one who makes you willing to set aside the indignation of losing an arm and come to probe. The one who drove you to commit all those unforgivable atrocities. The one for whom you would give everything and more, yet could never keep. There is only one such, her. William sets his glass down sharply. He stares at the commander, then suddenly smiles again, as if nothing has happened. You're trying to provoke me, using a runaway creation to test my limits. Unlike you, I expected more directness. This is vulgar and pointless. I simply think you would want to know what kind of scenery a meteor you ignited with your own hands saw before it fell. Oh, yes. He asked me to deliver a message. William leans forwards, his remaining hands clenched into a fist. Go on. She says she wants to go home. William's pupils constrict violently. Home? She was born from me. I created her. We were the only family she has. We agreed I am her. She says she has seen the countless paths. On each path stands a bollard, von Oberstar. Some become devils, some scoundrels, some nobodies. But on none of those paths is there a you. Who is the little Bills she seeks? The commander's tones remains even, like they are simply stating a fact. So she's going somewhere. Without you. That is her home. Fuck you, William. William's fist slams the table. The composure vanishes, replaced by rage and malice. His breath quickens. He glares at the commander, his voice rising uncontrollably. Lies? All lies. Well, what do you do? What do you understand? A worthless paw, a coward hiding behind others. You know nothing about the greatness of my sisters and my design. The commander remains seated as they calmly look up at the agitated William. You're right. I don't understand it. The words pierce like a blade. William circles around the table, closing the distance, his features twisted with rage. Creating a new world, a perfect and absolute order. Gave her form, I gave her will. Together we will purge this rotten world. You, dear, all remnants of the old era, you belong in the garbage heap of history. Only I remain. I am the one who wins. He stops before the commander, chest heaving. He looks them up and down with unhinged eyes. Suddenly, struck by a thought, he shouts accusingly. You planned this meeting from the start. Why are you here? Not for peace, not for revenge, so what do you want? To mock me? To savor my failure? Or do you seek something from me? The commander stands slowly and looks William in the eye. Their gaze holds no triumph, no mockery, only holds pity. The commander's reply is soft and level, but it is clearly audible over William's ragged breath. I came to confirm something. William freezes to confirm whether you are still that William. The commander pauses, as if they are about to pronounce the final verdict. Now I have my answer. You are. And you are a lunatic beyond saving. William's face twitches. A low laugh escapes. The chuckle then swells into manic hysterical peals that echo with pain and ecstasy. He doubles over laughing, like he's just heard the funniest joke in the world. Then he abruptly stops. Silence. He straightens up meticulously, removing the folds of his collar. The frenzy vanishes, replaced by an icy calm that seems to see through everything. His gaze returns to the commander, filled with pity and scorn. Is that your trump card, Commander? Trump card, Commander. Inventing a story that she left me just to watch me break? Admit, your performance was quite convincing. Almost believed you. Beautiful. Must have taken a lot of effort. You chose the wrong weapon from the start. Because what you told me is an obvious lie. The commander says nothing and simply fixes William with a cold, somber gaze. William ignores the gaze. He turns to empty air beside him and speaks softly. Look at this laughable fool. Just don't understand. You have never laughed. A single second. His lips curl into a satisfied smile. He walks towards the door. This farce is over. Commander, enjoy the cage that the Earl has prepared for you. I have more important matters to attend to. With my sister. He pauses at the door without turning back. By the way, it's been interesting to meet you in person, rather than hearing about your true others. Fortunately. He opens the door. Light outlines his silhouette. You'll likely not live to see another day. He leaves without another glance. The door closes with a soft click. The room is empty, save for the commander and the untouched glass of Glenevelt, quietly glowing amber beneath the light. Late at night, William is reading a research paper. I gotta admit though, William is a little bit different from what I was imagining. I mean, I knew he was a lunatic, but I was not expecting these type of lunatic. I wasn't really expecting him to be so emotional. I thought he was a little bit more cold, more stoic. I mean, he is most of the time, but obviously when it's about something related to his sister, he just simply loses his mind. And I wasn't really expecting that. I was expecting him to be much more composed. But you know what? This works too. Because as I said before, any negative experience that William suffers is such a delight to me. Because Fuck this guy. Beep. The communicator rings. He signs, then answers the call. You're about to repeat the nightmare about you going to war with a pile of scrap metal again. I'm hanging up immediately.
No. Bill. I'm contacting you because I wanted to talk about something from our childhood.
William's expression softens slightly.
I just had a dream. In it, we're only an ordinary brother and sister. No mansion, no servants. We worked every day just to have enough to eat. And yet, for some reason, when I woke up, I felt envious. Sometimes, I imagined what we could live, that we could live a simple life together, like normal people. Not thinking about distant things like M4, Alyssa, or Dandelion, and just focusing on how to survive, how to find a little more happiness.
Dreaming of such things is weak, but undeniably sweet. Just you and I.
Bill, it's not too late.
What are you trying to say?
Can you give me an ordinary body? If you're willing, I can let everything go and leave with you. We could go somewhere remote, live quietly without anyone disturbing us. Stop causing death and destruction, alright?
We will, Lucy. I promised you long ago that in the new world we would live exactly as you wished.
Bill, you know that's not what I mean.
William's face darkens. He should sleep. He is about to end the call when Lunasia's voice stops him.
Bill,
since the previous surgery was not enough to stabilize your condition, sister, you still don't fully remember who you are. It doesn't matter. The next procedure is soon. When that time comes, you will understand whose wish it is that I've been trying to fulfill.
Bill, whether you're trying to fulfill my wish or keep our promise, I know you must have suffered greatly when I was gone. Those days without me were what turned you into this. It was my failure as your sister. Now I'm back. Your goal is achieved. It is time for us to pick up where we have left off when we were children. I can be little Bill again. I can be the elder sister who always protected you. As long as you stop doing things that hurt others and yourself. Please.
Sister, since childhood you have always been gentle and kind, but also so very naive. The beauty of those days existed only because of ignorance. An illusion built upon the privilege of being children. Even the cruelty and bitterness, the foolishness and madness we witnessed were preserved like fruit soaked in honey. People grow up.
But at what cost, Bill?
Not call me by that name. Lost the right. Lunasia recoils at the sudden fury in his voice. I should have screamed more on that line, sorry.
Not be like this. You're scaring me.
It doesn't matter. I have merely forgotten certain important things. It's alright. Your little brother remembers.
He remembers what it feels like to be run over by a bicycle. He remembers the sister who would protect her family at any cost. This is why your little brother is the one who truly understands your wish. No, that's not what I meant back then. You misunderstand.
Enough! William cuts her off sharply. So many years have passed. I've grown into a brother capable of protecting you. I've fulfilled that duty with everything I have. I have worked so hard. And yet you, sister, now refuse to stand with the one who loves you most. Or worse than when you were still a child. Learning to accept your little brother's protection is also a sister's responsibility. Those were your own words. His voice is low now, hovering between laughter and rage, unreadable. He stares at Lunasia's face and speaks each word with deliberate clarity. Her pupils dilate suddenly. I will protect you. I will protect our ideal as well as our promise. Oh my fucking, this guy's so stupid. He's so fucking stupid. He has everything, as Lunasia herself put it, he has everything he wanted right now. He could very well just run away with her. Away from everything here. But no. No. But no. He still chooses to be stupid. He deserves everything. Everything bad that happens to him is completely deserved. And who knows for how long has Lunasia trying to convince him to stop all of this. So fucking stupid. Such a fucking idiot. Reichenbach Symphony 1. Go. William's return to the family estate that once belonged to Rudolf von Oberstein signifies his inheritance of yet another piece of Rudolph's legacy. The fortune left behind by the former Minister of Industry and Construction of the German Democratic Republic is an astronomical sum. Oh, it has to be. For you to be able to build so many Paradeus bases and perform other operations, it definitely must be just ridiculous amounts of money. Endless resources are about to fall into his hands. And yet, he feels no joy. Tactically, he has succeeded. Strategically, he has failed. Mr. William, the estate has been fully secured. No threats detected. You may reside here without concern. After M16's assault 3 days ago, the URNC government has assigned him close protection. William finds it unnecessary, but he knows it is the Earl's decision, so he does not object. Understood. Has no time to dwell on it. Accompanied by his security detail, he steps into the Oberstein estate. He walks towards the main entrance. He glances back at the guards and notices dolls affiliated with the Stasi among them. Oh. How have I fallen so low, be guarded by such things? He passes through the foyer and enters the house. Returning to this state stirs no nostalgia in him. He goes straight up to the second floor and into his room. Seated before the desk in his study, he gazes at his own reflection. After all these years, what have I truly been fighting for? The Nitos were nearly annihilated. The long years of careful planning have crumbled into dust. Though he has gained everything Rudolf possessed and become Oberstein, in any real sense he now stands alone. Peter, better. He hears the sound of 4 paws on the floor, drawing closer. No fucking ways, the dog. Soon, something soft brushes against his leg. Ah, no, don't tell me is the dog in the body of Anita. It's you, my sweet pal. Have you been waiting long? He lifts Maltese into his arms. He can feel his strong, steady heartbeat, like the beat of a drum. Oh, thank God. Thank God. The little creature has grown larger than before. After receiving his new heart, he seems to have entered a second stage of growth. Thank God. Thank God it's not in the body of Anito. Old teeth fall out as new ones emerge. Worn fern sheds and gives way to a fresh coat. It is, in every sense, a newly made being. I'm so glad to see you so full of life. While I was away, were you lonely here, all by yourself? You still wait for your other master before every meal? When you are tired, do you still wish someone would speak to you? A dog spends more than half its life guarding an empty house, waiting for its master to return. His voice grows softer. The Maltese continues to wag his tail, licking his face with a damp tongue as he sinks into quiet desolation. At last, he stands and seats the dog gently on the floor, stroking his head. I'm sure you're that kind of good dog as well, little Bill. Suddenly, the faint rustle of fabric stirs the air. The Maltese reacts before he does. Following his gaze, William sees the source of the sound. A second figure lurking in the darkness. In the corner of the night stands a dog, concealed until now. Realizing that she has been spotted, she drops all pretense, raising the dagger in her hand and lunging towards him at full speed. He does not even have time to call the guards. The Maltese senses the danger, and his instinct to protect his master awakens. Before William can react, he leaps forward bravely. A gunshot cracks through the darkness, striking the dog. But the Maltese William has modified is no longer what he once was. His combat prowess and vitality are on an entirely different level. He stumbles to his feet again and clamps his jaws around the dog's gun hand. William finally comes back to his senses. A strange smile spreads across his lips.
Oh, Mona? Mona? It's How? The doll seems to realize something. She raises her dagger and dashes towards William. In a flash, the blade gleams as it closes in. William feels the icy edge at his throat, but he does not even bother to evade it. The blade barely breaks the surface of his skin before it shatters into pieces. A silver shadow arcs once through the air, and with effortless precision severs the doll's arm. William wipes his neck with his thumb. Warm blood stains his fingerprints, a vivid red. The attacker is a Stasi doll agent. Her eyes are dull and vacant. He may not be a doll expert, but even he can tell she got hacked. Hearing the commotion, the guards rush in and pin her to the ground. Disgust wells up inside him, towards this filthy, incompetent fools, towards this insolent doll, towards the trash that dares place him in danger. Soon, a Stasi operative approaches to offer an apology. William presses a hand to his neck. Someone has draped a blanket over his shoulder to calm his nerves. His gaze remains fixed on the blood pooled on the floor. The Maltese that had been nuzzling his leg moments ago now lies lifeless. My sweet pup, you have done well. I am unharmed. You are a faithful and devoted good dog, far more useful than those trash. The guards taking in the scene quietly withdraw. William gathers the dog into his arms, offering him some final warmth as his life fades away. Good boy. Death is merely a temporary mercy. This filthy world does not deserve you. The new world, you'll be a new you. I will be with a new you and a new sister. We will be together again as a family. Sleep now, just a little longer, and it will be all right. After a while, the silver figure who shielded him during the crisis steps forward. Her eyes are hollow, devoid of emotion, like a machine with no consciousness. William rises slowly and hands her the Maltese's body. Take good care of it. Understood. Greg. The needle before him moves mechanically, eyes empty, but within certain his repairs were flawless. If given a choice, he would never have selected her. Even among garbage, she ranks among the most incompetent. He turns towards empty space. His sister's figure has appeared there some time ago. I'm so sorry, Bill. It's alright. I'm right here beside you. Everything is over. It was all just an endless nightmare.
Flames ignite in William's eye. Even a nightmare can go on for too long. A message alert sounds. It is from a Stasi operative. We apologize. SP9 shows signs of being hacked. All remaining DOS squads have been recalled for NeuroCloud inspection. Veteran human agents will assume responsibility for your protection. We'll work to identify the perpetrator and provide you with an explanation. Who else could be the perpetrator be? After closing the message, William walks up to his sister. It seems our commander is not satisfied with petty tricks. They refuse to concede. It is hard the same thing I do. Understand it all too well. The mirage of his sister gazed at him with sympathy. Then her eyes sharpened like flames.
Whatever Bill wants to do, then we will do. Nothing else matters but your wish.
William smiles. He lowers his hand from his neck. The palm is stained crimson with blood. Commander, full of lies. I think I almost believed them. My dear sister has never gone anywhere. She stands right before me. Our blood debt should have been settled and but you insist on stirring new trouble. It is war you want. Then we will give you war. Fuck this guy. You know, seriously now, fuck this guy. You will. Even if the commander never manages to kill you, I hope you spend the rest of your life as a pitiful lunatic who was never able to accomplish anything he wishes to. Seriously, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. So many fucking troubles because of this lunatic. Jesus Christ. Reichenbach's Symphony 2. Go. Several hours earlier, inside a hotel suite. By the window, through the thick pane of glass, the commander is gazing onto William's figure. William steps out of the hotel and walks towards the motorcade, waiting for him. As if sensing the stare, he turns and looks directly towards the commander's position. After a brief pause, he gets into the car. The convoy starts up and disappears into the city lights. The commander picks up the communicator on the table and presses a contact dial. All the lights in the room suddenly go out. The abrupt darkness swallows their vision. Of course. The commander then hears a faint sound stir behind them. A flash of cold steel cuts through the air. The commander rolls aside at once, narrowly avoiding the blade. The shadow gripping the weapon presses the attack without hesitation. The knife plunges into the commander's left shoulder. The instant the cold metal pulls free, Searing pain surges through their body like wildfire. The commander tenses their muscles and slams their weight into the attackers before the blades can strike again, forcing them back. Cold sweat beads on their foreheads. The pain in their left shoulder makes every breath excruciating. Darkness obstructs their sight like a thick veil, but they can hear the attacker's heavy breathing. Ah, the music. There is no time to think. The attacker charges again. The commander rolls sideways. The blade whistles past, grazing the back of their neck and slicing through their collar. The shriek of steel cutting cloth makes their scalp prickle. Their injured shoulder slams against the carpet's mid-row. Fresh agony causing their eyes to water. Instinct overrides pain. Relying on memory of the room's layout, they duck behind the sofa. Almost simultaneously, the dagger bursts itself into the upholstery with a dull thud. That's my chance. As the attacker wrenches the knife free, the commander lunges up and sweeps their right leg towards the sound. A solid impact. Their kick connects to the attacker's neck. The muffled cry reveals something unexpected. This attacker is a woman. Even so, her strength is formidable, and her assault grows more frenzied. The blade carves wildly through the dark, narrowly skimming their ribs and waist. The commander can only take advantage of the nearby furniture to block and counter. Each exertion tears at the wound in their shoulder, causing blood to gush steadily. They are reaching their limits. Their movements slow. Her attacks only grow sharper. Blow by blow, they are driven into the corner of the room. The commander is not oblivious to their predicament. When their backs slam against the wall, they know that they have run out of room to retreat. Sweat has soaked their clothes, the blood loss is making the world spin. Even standing upright becomes difficult. He senses the opening. The knife point whistles forward through the darkness. Crap. Steel strikes something impossibly hard, sending bright sparks flying in the darkness. In that split-second glow, the commander glimpses a tall figure. The attacker only realizes someone else is also in the suite when a hand clamps around her throat. She hacks at the arm restraining her, but her ferocious attacks don't seem to present any threat against the newcomer. Oh, this is definitely AK-15, aka Boy Mastina. Each strike hits as though against solid iron, throwing up sparks again and again, illuminating a familiar face. Yes, I knew it! AK-15. The sparks fades, the blade wavers. AK-15 moves. Her fingers tighten, and the attacker's throat feels as if crushed by a hydraulic press. Overwhelmed by resolute strength, the woman drops her knife and claws at AK-15's grip, futilely trying to pry free. AK-15 raises her arm, lifting the attacker like a toy. legs kicking uselessly in midair. Raw. The commander's pupils constrict violently. AK-15 gives the attacker no chance to further struggle. She pivots and hurls her across the room. Her body slams into the wall. Before she falls to the floor, AK-15 closes in and drives a kick like a cannon shot straight into her throat. In the silent room, the sound of bones snapping is unmistakable. The attacker who had moments ago assaulted the commander so fiercely is now pinned to the wall by AK-15's single leg, motionless. I thought, of course, he would use a McKillian clone to. Fuck you, William. With the danger past, the commander's legs give out. As they collapse, another pair of arms catches them gently. The commander can tell that they are being administered swift first aid treatment. Long, soft hair brushes across their face, carrying a faint fragrance. They raise a hand weakly, but grasp only empty air, until the person guides it softly to her cheek. The curtains are drawn open again. The commander gets a good look at them. Commander. 94. Wasting no further words, AN-94 focuses on treating their wounds, then helps them over to the sofa. Across the room, AK-15 lowers her foot. The corpse of the hotel attendant drops halfway, then halts midair. AK-12 deactivates her invisibility and gently sets the body. The lights come back on. The commander finally sees the attacker's true face. Fucking it's McKillian, isn't it? At least her body. Even AK-12 finds herself momentarily less. I've never met her in person, but this doesn't look like the Moridol I know. I gather this must be... She's no one. Just a Nito. The commander stares wordlessly at that familiar face. Once life fades completely, the features lose coherence, dissolving until they become unrecognizable. Instead of killing me, he wants to see me consumed by rage, frantic and hysterical. The same way he lost his composure in front of me. AK-15 retrieves the communicator from the floor. Your communicator. Thank you. Good thing you were here. You ended it in an instant. It could have been even faster. What do you mean by that? Nellie found an interesting blueprint among Dr. Shaw's legacy, a fully wearable combat exoskeleton. If 15 had that suit, his opponent would have been completely vaporized. Oh, it's talking about the mecha thing. Oh, we are truly connecting the events of GFL2, huh? Such a good timing also, to have these events drop on the EN server more or less at the same time that Corposant has been released. Unfortunately, at this stage, it's still only a design on paper, so it obviously didn't turn out that way. It would be useful. I see. Even Nelly thinks it would be extremely difficult to realize the design. It's probably just one of the Doctor's usual flights of fancy. He has them quite often. Commander, was there a disturbance in your suite? No. I just popped open a bottle of red wine. Understood. If you require assistance, please let us know. Sure. Only after silence settles outside does AK-15 lower her weapon from the door. How is it? The body has all but dissolved. No clue what lab results would say about the residual tissue. It likely won't serve as evidence against anyone. As you said, this was premeditated. Are you really alright? AN-94 sounds concerned, but the commander simply shrugs. Maquilium is dead. I buried her myself. But her spirit lives on in my memory, and will not be replaced by any imitation. If William thinks this will shake me, then he underestimates me. Was it really necessary to provoke him to this extent? As I said, we confirmed it was definitely him earlier. We could have struck directly. No. The commander shakes their heads. Killing William may satisfy our desire for revenge, but it achieves nothing. Nella killed Captain, yet William still inherited her research. What we must destroy is not a man named William, but the force he represents. That force stands under the protection of the Earl, so we must first uncover it. The more mistakes William makes, the more our chances of digging out his foundation. He has begun to slip, but it's far from enough. I will kill him, to avenge Anje, Maquilium, and the countless innocent lives he has ruined. But I also must completely eliminate the possibility of the Earl or anyone else exploiting this heinous research. That's the spirit. Just give the word. Whatever decision you make, Task Force D5 will follow. Still, you should have contacted us sooner. Then you wouldn't have to be hurt so badly. He was probing me. Just as I was probing him, I had to accept the risk that came with it. Sorry. I misspoke.
Sorry, I am still a little bit shaken. I just got attacked by by a Nito clone of my Killia. Please be patient with me, everyone. At least now I can be certain that we have come to a consensus on one point. We both want the other dead. And to achieve that, neither of us wants the Earl to interfere. From here on, unless absolutely necessary, our actions cannot violate that principle. Otherwise, we lose all opportunities. This is why I came here, and why I needed external assistance. Speaking of which, Beluga's last attempt failed, so she has decided to try your methods. What are your thoughts? Personally, I think she's a ticking time bomb. It's fine. That was accounted for. Just pass on my request. I knew you had another card up your sleeve, Commander. The commander lowers their heads and falls silent for a moment. Then they shake their heads with a wan smile. I did not expect Tokarev C14612 and CZ805 to be dragged into this. Oh, so this is happening after Kalina tried to go after him, and so he got taken over by Havier. Hope my friend has retrieved their neural cores as agreed. Your friend? Then the one who contacted us is... Who else could it be? The commander says nothing further. They glance at the clock, then at the communicator on the table. Two minutes later, it rings. Seeing the confusion on 94's and 15's faces, the commander answers. How could you ever doubt my efficiency, Commander? You wound me. Of course I retrieved their neural cores. Sheesh, I can't believe that old man let them in. If we had detained Dan at the door, there would have been no need for the extra trouble. Once those autonomous dolls activate, there's no stopping them. The voice on the other end is unmistakably familiar. The commander cannot help but shake their head. Enough theatrics. It is time to move on to the next stage. Dandelion. Oh, let's go! Let's go. Player. The last stage of this whole event. Oh, man, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. I gather we are not going to have a climax right now. This whole thing is going to be about the preparations for the next final event of this whole thing. Quantum fluctuation, I would imagine. Time unknown. Somewhere in a basement. A ventilation fan turns slowly on the wall, giving off a low mechanical hum. The workbench in the room is covered with confiscated weapons, some still speckled with dried blood. Their rounds are removed and redistributed, eventually consolidating into 5 fully loaded magazines. They are slipped into a tactical shoulder bag at a young woman's waist. The temperature in the basement is not particularly high, yet after fleeing from the URNC pursuers alongside Squad 404,
She can still feel the lingering heat clinging to her skin. The basement door opens. UMP-9 walks in, her face a little smushed with grime, but still wearing her usual bright smile. I'm back, 95. Confirm that was the last URNC patrol team. It's safe here for the time being. That's good. Thanks, 9. Not good at all. Kalina turns around, brows tightly furrowed as she looks at the ever-smiling sisters. Kalin? You still haven't answered my questions. Ask anything you like, Kalin. I will tell you everything I know. Carrying UMP-45's assurance, Kalina closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. What exactly happened? Why has the commander been acting alone this whole time? Why would the commander willingly let those people take them away? Why did you appear afterward? And why have you brought me here instead of helping me rescue them? After Kalina unleashes her barrage of questions, UMP-9 looks towards UMP-45. UMP-45 narrows her eyes slightly. Come to think of it, we might have forgot to explain what's going on. Hey! Chill, just kidding. Despite what she just said, UMP-45's smile fades a little. Please rest assured, Kalina. You have been by the commander's side longer than anyone. You know better than most that the commander never accepts defeat. Even when the scales of victory tip towards the enemy, and they find themselves cornered, they will seize any possible hope to turn the tide. And we are one of those hopes. At those words, Kalina straightens slightly. Oh. You mean... Simply put, whether it was you searching for the commander or the commander willingly going with them, everything was part of the plan. And the reason we are here is to help them carry it out. Commander's plan. But what does bringing me to this basement have to do with it? The smile returns to UMP-45's face. Well... She glances at UMP-9. UMP-9 snaps to attention in acknowledgement and heads towards the back of the room. Only now, distracted as she has been, does Kalina notice the tightly shut door there. The heavy door slowly opens. Light from the basement spills through the widening gap, illuminating the space within, bit by bit. A familiar figure comes into view. Wait, you... It is someone she has known for a long time. Someone whose absence she, the commander, and many dolls have felt deeply. M4? No, M16. Oh, let's go! Long time no see, Kalin. I mean, of course M16, not M4. M4 got merged with Lunasia, so of course. Sorry, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Kept you waiting, huh? Ah, let's fucking go. God damn it. God damn it. It pisses me off that this event ends in essentially a cliffhanger. Fuck, I wonder how long it's going to take for us to get quantum fluctuation. Wait, hold on. Actually, I can try to see. Do the GFL one has made any announcements regarding future updates? Because this event is about to end, right? Let me see. Girls Frontline, Ian. Cartesian Theater rerun. Okay, monthly roadmap. Yeah, doesn't seem like we're going to get quantum fluctuation next month. Fuck. Fuck. Oh well. Oh well. Still though, it's not a really problem. Man, I like this event. It gave a pretty good insight about William's POV of things, and also revealed how much of a fucking nuthead he is. And once again, I was not expecting William to be so how should I say, emotional. I really thought he was more of a stoic type of person with some insanity undertones, but no, he's just a little prick. He's just a sad, pitiful little prick that I hope I hope he dies. I hope his head fucking explodes. But yeah, this is the end of the virtual pair event. And I'm so glad I was able to read this before it ended. Oh, Jesus Christ. I caught up. I can't believe it. I caught up. I caught up to things. I'm not behind in GFL 2. I'm not behind on GFL 1. Now I just need to return to Enfield, which I'm going to do tomorrow. Enfield's tomorrow stream. Chapter 2. Finally going to steady foods on Wooling. Finally, after so long. Ah, man, this was a good one, man. I'm really curious about what quantum fluctuation is going to be like. Because if I'm not mistaken, quantum fluctuation, the next event, the next main story event, is supposed to be the last chapter of GFL 2, right? Like, definitely. Like, there's nothing more after that, right? I think. At least I didn't see anything new on CN, so I would imagine that's the definitive last chapter. Man, this story was so interesting. Also, thank God the commander is protected by Lunasian. He would probably have died in this event right here in Rich and Bath Symphony 2. This was such a nice event. Right. I need to wrap things up because I need to go outside and buy some toilet paper because there's no more toilet paper in my house, sadly. Alright, so this is the end of the stream. Thank you anyone who have come here to watch it. Thank you for any possible lurkers that appear on chat, and thank you online residents for pissing me off during stream. It's always a pleasure. So yeah, recapitulating, tomorrow is going to be it's going to be Arknight's Enfield stream. Chapter 2, finally entering Wooling. Enfield is going to be the stream for tomorrow and after tomorrow. Not next week. And then no stream on Thursday and no stream on Friday. On Saturday, I either going to return to Enfield to do a little bit more, or I'm going to start chapter 15 of Arknights, which I have not read yet, and I'm very behind. And I think now is a good time for me to start reading chapter 15, considering they just dropped chapter 16 of the story. We will see. Because Lainey is also plans to drop this week, right? So I will have to see. I either you know what? I think on Saturday I do GFL 2, and then I go back to Anfield, and then the week after I start Arknights Chapter 15 maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, tomorrow and after tomorrow, Anfield. Got it? Understood? Wonderful. So, with everything said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye. Oh man, I want William to die so much. Jesus Christ. I really, really do. God damn it, man. Such a fucking